I pressed the wrong button. That's
Yeah,
why.
that's right. Bum, 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 bum.
What song is that? Is that the intro
That's
song?
the intro song. Bum, 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 bum.
Yeah. Hey, this is Alvin.
And this is Parapants. Sorry, we've taken a long time to get back to you.
Nobody's listening.
That's right. Nobody's listening. You're not listening.
So,
Now for the next review of King's Avatar, brought to you by Linux.
yeah,
Problem solved.
I don't like to call these reviews. These are discussions.
Okay, yeah, discussions because we can't
Review it implies judgment, and I'm not judging this guy.
Yeah,
Well, no, I
it,
am.
it
I am.
implies that we know what we're talking about.
Episode 6 and 7. Episode 6, The Sword Saint. Uh, uh, wow. See, we shouldn't do these two episode ones because now I'm like, well, what happened in the beginning?
I
Oh,
said we should do them one at a time.
I know, but we were so far behind. All right, well, they were beating some time. Like, were they in the forest still? Because they were still beating those little gremlins. So, I mean, yeah, in this one, like, this one's all about like beating times, and then some guy comes in to try to wreck Lord Grimm's shit, but of course he doesn't get away with it. And yeah, and episode 7 is kind of like an all-out assault on Lord Grimm, and like we gradually more people start to realize that he is that old, king. What do they call him? King of what? King's Avatar guy.
King of Fires.
Yeah, people start to realize, oh shit, that's the guy that retired, and now people are trying to wreck his shit. So before I start going down my list, anything you want to say?
Okay, all right. So I heard, was it from you
Huh?
that said that this game Glory and the show is based on Dungeon Fighter?
It was somebody in the comments said it was based on Dungeon Fighter Online, a game I have not played.
Yeah, I've never heard of that. Have you ever heard of it?
I'd heard of it, but I didn't like it because I like MMOs where you can actually create more of a custom character, and it seemed like you just picked a pre-made character and went in there. I mean, I guess it's fun, but I mean, I'd never played it.
Yeah. So I went to go check it out, and
Oh, you did?
apparently, well, it's like a 2D scroller MMO.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't like to imagine Glory being like that game, to be honest. No offense if you like it, but yeah, I don't imagine like some Ninja Turtles or Final Fight looking stuff going on when I see Glory. I want to imagine Dogma Online. That's to me what more Glory seems more like.
That is a fat game. I think we said so before. But
Yeah.
all right, so
If you haven't played it, illegally get on a Japanese VPN.
whose law? Whose law will we be breaking if you played Dragon's Dogma Online? Japanese law? I'm not a Japanese citizen.
Oh, that's right. Whose law are you breaking?
Oh. I'm a sovereign citizen. So you can't arrest me.
And like, you know what? Kick me off your server. I just dare you.
No,
Go on their servers and dare them to kick
No,
you
they
off.
will. Don't do that.
Oh yeah, actually they will.
Don't. If you play Dragon's Dogma Online, don't tell them that you're not Japanese, because then they'll just get you like a. Yeah, they'll get you. All right, so I guess there. I mean, Parapants brought up in the earlier episode that she didn't really know what Lord Grimm's ambition or plan was, which is fair because you didn't really know. But it looks like from episode 6 that he buddies up with people who want to beat times, because if you beat a time, I guess that's like you get to be famous. And
It attracts more people to the game apparently when they drum up a lot of interest through time
yeah,
breaking records.
how would that attract people to the game? It's like, hey, you want to play this fighting game? It's like, no. It's like, oh yeah, look, this guy beat it in this record time. I'm like, or he beat this area in a record time, and you're like, holy shit, I want to play this game now.
I don't get the logic to that either because it's not like somebody does something really epic on World of Warcraft and it attracts a lot of people because usually Korea comes out with a brand new MMO with even more half naked women in it and people run to that one instead.
I'm not going to get into the whole nationality of MMOs, and I don't want to offend anyone by stereotyping what their might
Hey, you
MMOs
know
like
what?
that.
Korea makes some great MMOs with half naked ladies.
Yeah, but it's like they make the same one over and over again.
What, ladies or MMOs?
No, MMOs. If you play like, all right, I play like now I'm gonna forget. There's
Blade and Soul?
Blade and Soul. I think that's Korean. Terra, a couple other ones, but it's always got the same looking characters, and I'm like, really, guys? You're just gonna make that game again?
They want to make sexy people.
But it's the same. I don't know. Whatever. Not Blade Soul. The other one. Black Desert. I think it's a Korean one.
Oh, Black Desert is Korean?
Yeah, I think so. I might be wrong. I might be talking out my ass. But anyway, whatever. So yeah, he's like, I guess his business is, I'll run you through this area and help you get a record time, and you give me all the rare shit. And he uses that rare shit to
I'm
do.
telling you, he's making a doomsday weapon.
That would be interesting if that was his plan to make like a weapon so strong that it would crash the server. But who knows?
I'm gonna call him Smug Fox from now on, because all he does through the episodes is look at you slyly.
Please call him Lord Grimm. I mean, that's his title.
Lord Smug.
All right. So yeah, that's his business. But the problem is, like, as soon as he beats a record, like the other top guilds will come and then beat that record he just beat. And I guess in this episode it was a little weird. I think what happened is like the guy that used to be his underling.
That's Brother Howell, who's now vice captain of Excellent Era.
Thank you. Is that a division of Excellent Dynasty?
Excellent Dynasty is the Umbrella Corporation?
Dude, I don't know. I was hoping you'd know.
Yeah, I think Excellent Dynasty is like, because there are different branches. There's the MMO, there's the MOBA.
No, I know there's a Umbrella and then there's a
Yeah.
MMO one, but I don't know which one's which. So yeah, that guy's plan is, I'm gonna make a noob character, buddy up to Lord Grimm, help him beat these areas, and then steal his technique, bring it over to excellent whatever, and use his techniques to beat his time.
And that never works, dude. People know when you're saying faggot.
I mean, it's like, and of course he gets found out because Lord Grimm says like, look, I trained you. I know your shit. So
He's like, nigga, I taught you everything I know. You can't hide from me.
like, so they kick that dude out and they bring in this ringer dude who talks a lot. He's pretty funny. I like the part when he was like sneaking in to the thing, because one thing about these shows that are based on I brought this up not about this show, but like shows that are based on like visual novels and writing, I think they rely too much on the dialogue because that's where the source material is. Whereas like I'm used to cartoons that are based on either original cartoons that were done by storyboards or based on manga. So there's a lot more physical humor and just
Yeah,
physical
well, you
stuff.
have to tell the story visually.
Yeah. So when that guy was sneaking in, I'm like, oh, this is different. Somebody actually planned this out to look funny, not just like sound funny or something. So
Really? That's what you got?
that's what I was thinking. I did like a little bit of. I mean,
I'm glad you brought this up, because this is one thing that's been kind of nagging me about. Now, I know this is supposed to be like more of a dramatic story.
is
Is it?
It's got some humor. It's an action drama comedy.
I guess, but and I don't know how expansive China's animation industry is. I don't know how long their history with animation is, but I kind of feel, and I'm not saying that this is like the best example of their animation, but it just feels to me that they don't go far enough with the animation in
Well,
this show.
What are you talking about? Lord Grimm's flipping out all over the fucking place. He's teleporting.
Well, in the action scenes, I don't know. I don't mean just showing the action, just using animation to like, maybe, you know what? Maybe I'm just relying more on that sort of like.
You're thinking of how we have come to define animation. I mean,
No, but even in like, I think Japan still uses more visual, like, humor
yeah.
in their animation. You know.
Well, I mean, this is based on, I guess, a web novel, so that's why a lot of it is talking or straight up action.
Yeah, but okay, like in the scenes in the internet cafe, there's a lot of sitting.
Yeah.
There's a lot of sitting and there's a lot of standing around.
Don't forget shots of hands furiously going over keyboards.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's where most of the animation goes. But I just, I want to feel and see more exaggeration in like the facial expressions, and I don't know, maybe that's a cultural thing, but I just feel like with animation you can push it a little bit more.
I think that's what makes our animation so much more expensive, is that's what we put into it. Like, with anime, with this style, you can just get it down to very specific, what's the word, staging of scenes, and then you just churn it out. You give it to the people who know how to do that, and they do it, and it's done pretty cheap and pretty quick.
Yeah, I don't know. It just seems to me like sometimes King's Avatar takes itself too seriously. I want to see some kind of like ridiculous shots here and there. I want to see a little bit more goofiness, just a little bit more considering the subject matter. I mean,
Yeah.
they can get a little bit more goofy with
Well,
it.
I think like the Chatterbox guy, the guy who talks a lot, like that is them being funny, but you're not gonna get like Bugs Bunny funny or Nichijou funny or what's another thing that's
Well,
funny?
freaking Stephen Chow movies are funny as hell. But that's
Uh,
Hong Kong, so I don't know. Maybe that's different.
well, that's with real people. So I mean, you're
It
gonna.
should be easier in animation.
Are you shitting me? No. It's way harder to make that funny in anime.
No, it's not. I mean,
So much harder. You can do something where you drop a guy out of a window and he falls, or you hit him with a pie, or something like that, and that's funny. You can do physical like Three Stooges shit, but I mean to actually like plan that out and then draw it and color it and like add sound to it, and no, it's a nightmare. We're
I'm not saying you have to go that far with it. You can make some goofy drawings. Like you can draw a butt and some boobs, and it'll be funny.
uh, well. I think
Well, that's our difference of opinion, I guess.
I still think we accept the anime for what it is. That's some valuable input. I appreciate it. I know where you're coming from.
Don't you patronize me. Fuck off.
I'm gonna file that away. All right. So yeah, that guy with the nose. I feel kind of bad. Like he's
What, Brother How?
It's like it's not enough that he's evil. They had to give him
He's
a
not
big.
evil.
Well, no, he's kind of an asshole, but he also has like the biggest nose in the show.
You know, that's something I noticed. Like, if you want to make somebody an asshole in this cartoon, give him a big nose.
Wait, who else had a big nose?
In Seven, the guy that goes after.
Oh, the guy with the spiked
Yeah.
hair, that with the seven chasers on his back.
Yeah. If you want to make somebody like an asshole, but also a pathetic asshole, give him a big nose.
That's fucked up, dude. I mean, I know they got a lot of plastic surgery over there, and like they'll fucking take your nose down in an afternoon, I
I
guess.
think that's
But
Korea.
yeah, you're right. But I just assumed that they had it in China too. They're so close to each other.
Do you actually know? I'll go.
No, I don't know.
Actually,
But I mean, they did give the guy a big nose. I'm like, you didn't have to do that. You could have just made him an asshole.
Why couldn't he have been a beautiful asshole?
All right. We also noted in this episode that there was no mention of McDonald's at all, which I find very strange. Like, I know they bring it up eventually again, but to have a whole episode go by, and like they even had a shot where the guy, the ringer guy, the guy who talks too much, he's actually eating something that looks like fries, but it's not McDonald's.
What? Who cares? Why do you care if they mention McDonald's?
I don't know. For some reason, I'm preoccupied with the sponsorship.
They probably have tons of sponsors that don't get half the coverage that McDonald's do.
I'm just saying. Should have been some McDonald's.
Yeah.
All right.
Wait. Can we talk about how like? So there was a lesson to be learned with Brother How, I think, right?
For us to learn?
Well, okay. So I think his whole problem is that he feels inferior to Lord Grimm, or Lord Grimm belittled his talent.
His problem is he thinks he should be more successful than he really should be.
And I think that's a lesson to be learned there for all of us.
You can't just look at a guy who's an asshole and just be like, "Oh, I sure learned my lesson." That guy's just an asshole.
Maybe I shouldn't be such a jerk.
Wait, are you trying to say something?
No.
Because I am
And-
not Lord Hal.
Wait. So like, that was like a weird moral there, because I think there. I'm
I don't
picking.
think there
up-
was a moral.
No, because I'm picking up a pattern with the members of Excellent Era. That it Lord Grimm mentioned this about their leader too, about the new guy that took over.
Yeah.
Like he lull them into a false sense of security, and that throws them off for the next battle. So that happened again with How too.
The more I see of this team, they don't look very good because they keep fucking up.
Yeah, it's like they get really emotionally involved, and maybe that's Lord Grimm's secret. He's just so
He does always look like he's high as fuck.
I know. He should have been on Tiny Herb.
Tiny Herb.
Like, the best fighting clan ever, Tiny Herb. We will get to them.
They're not the. All right, you just like them because they have all that green.
Weed clan.
If anything, I think Steam Bun Invasion's probably the only one that smokes weed.
Oh yeah, Steam Bun Invasion's awesome.
All right, so yeah, we got episode 6. Basically, if you have a big nose, you're evil, and Lord Grimm will see right through your shit. So fuck off with that shit. Episode 7, strongest boss in history. This is where I finally get confirmed that he, like we said, he joined Blue Brook. I don't know if we were supposed to know that before, because it seemed like he was just freelancing.
Yeah.
Unless he's not it. No, wait.
Don't think about it too.
I mean, all right.
I'm sure somebody will clear it up in the comments.
Another thing that got me is people. All right. I know the magician. They made it obvious. They actually stated he's using someone else's character. Fine. They bring in that ringer guy. I guess he's using a different character. It's like it's weird because they make him look like the. I know they make the character look like the player to avoid confusion, but I still get confused.
What are you confused about?
Well, then they go on to I'm jumping a little ahead, but like when the members of Tiny Herb attack Lord Grimm, the guy with the 7 chasers on his back complains like, "Oh, this character is low level. He doesn't have any skills." I'm like, "Well,
you are jumping ahead. I thought you wanted to go linearly."
I was trying to make a point about characters and stuff. You're right. I do complain about that, and now I'm doing it, and you're complaining about it. But I have to finish my point. No, I don't. We can go for it. All right. So forget I said that. All right, so we learned he joined Blue Brook. How did he know? Why did I write how did he know?
How did he know what?
The beginning of episode 7. How did he know what?
Man, you take terrible notes.
Yeah, you take no notes. Weapon designed for such. Oh, no. All right, forget it. All right, so that guy explains that, like, this weapon is designed for unspecialized characters like Lord Grimm, but
with the umbrella.
The umbrella,
which is still ugly. I understand that it has multiple uses. It's a great weapon for a generalist, apparently, but it's still ugly.
I'm coming around to it. I think I'm just giving up inside.
No, yeah. I think you're just like.
Well, he is gathering materials. So maybe he'll make something else. Like what?
Oh man, I hope he makes a Gundam.
No. He'll probably make what's another thing as innocuous and out of place as an umbrella? A golf club or a what else?
Black Power Fist.
Black Power Fist
on the end of a stick.
They didn't have Black Power in Japan in China. I can't think of something like a lamp maybe or what's something you hold? A hockey stick.
A hand.
Oh. All right. So it's like, oh, hey, the guy who, fortunately, a beer mug. So he's like, hey, yeah, you're unspecialized, and that weapon's for unspecialized. But unspecialized, where you used to be capped at level 50 until the Realm of the Gods expansion, in which they open it up. But at that point, the quests, the quest afterwards were too hard, so nobody did it.
Okay,
so.
All right. I've mentioned this before, and Alvin disagreed with me, but I think that this game glory is too complex. It is too complex. You totally poo-pooed this before, but if your in-world game is so complex that you need your characters to explain this much, I feel like you're losing me. I mean, this is a visual medium. Act this shit out.
But it was based on a web novel.
Yeah, but there are a lot of things based on web. No, maybe they're not.
I think they would have had to compromise the source material if they had to change it to something that you can tell visually.
Well, sometimes that's what you gotta do.
No, because then all the fans of the web novel will be like, what the fuck is this?
But you can't. Well,
they can, and they did.
Well, otherwise you're just having an audiobook.
Well, that's what a lot of these. Well, I don't know. It's still they stick in enough action to get people excited.
I guess no. It's fine. This is just my quibble. I just think there's just too much explaining. There's too much.
There's a lot of content.
Explaining. I understand that, and I'm complaining about it.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. All right, so all right, yeah, they have that. Oh, and he explains to Lord Grimm. I keep saying he as if you know where I am in my. I'm picturing the scenes in my head, but I fail to realize that the people that may be listening, even though no one's listening, do not know what I'm seeing in my head.
Exactly.
Shut up! I have an active imagination.
That's why I told you that I'm trying to get the names down.
Oh, fuck that. So like they do have a moment where Lord Grimm or the guy who plays him and the ringer, the ringer guy who talks a lot, they're like, "Why'd you quit? Blah 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 blah. Why didn't you just stay?" And apparently he quit so his girlfriend, like he didn't go to another team. He quit professionally so his girlfriend could keep doing her contract. So
You know what? I call bullshit.
what?
Because all right, he says he tells Zhao Shane
Sure.
Shane.
The guy who talks a lot.
Yeah, the talky one, who I really like. I think he's a cute character. But he tells this guy, I didn't want to go to another team because Munchies would have quit. And I'm thinking, what? Are you stupid? Look, she stays with Excellent Era,
Yeah.
and you go to another team, you double your chances for winning.
I don't think they're like us. If we had to split and go to different guilds, then we'd just be like, whatever.
I mean, how hot is that, babe? I'm gonna kick your ass. And he's
No,
like, I'm
not
gonna kick your ass.
not
And
all
then-
couples are like that. You know what? You know what? If we were on different fucking guilds and I kicked your ass, you would never let me fucking live it
Oh,
down.
you know why? Because you would freaking cheat. That's why.
I'd just be better. And if I didn't cheat, you'd be like, you didn't have to do that.
Well,
I'd be
you
like,
know what?
oh.
You know what? That's fine because if you win, I'll just spend all the money anyway.
Well, I don't know how much these people are making. So
They
yeah.
must be making some good money if they get endorsement deals now.
Yeah. All right. So, well, that one guy said he gets 100. The ringer guy said he gets like 100,000 or 100 something.
I don't know how much that is.
Yeah, I
in
don't know
real
what
money.
that is. But yeah, he's like, I get 100.
Flower dollars.
Yeah, flower dollars. That's what they were using when they had the money match, right?
Yeah.
I get 100,000
I
flower
think it's
dollars
ruined.
per year. Is it? Are they using Chinese money?
Well, who else's money would they be
No,
using?
no, I thought they were using like fantasy money. Like,
No, why would they be using fantasy money?
because this is like future China.
How'd you get the idea it's future China?
How
Or-
else could you have a game with 130 million people playing it?
It's like alternative China.
Really? All this whole time you thought this was alternative China?
Well, it can't be like future China because
I thought it was a near future China.
well, there's like no flying cars and shit. It's just
Near-
this game.
You know how some like Max Headroom?
Okay, all right. How near of a future? Like 10 years from now?
Sure.
Okay, why would they be having different money? Years?
You know what? You got me there. It's just I don't know anything about China, so I saw those bills. I'm like, oh, those are like magic dollars.
Yeah. We is dumb.
Oh, whatever. All right. I lost my place. Yeah, he was talking about his girlfriend, and she's got a year and a half in her contract. So, I guess that's also part of. I mean, now you got me trying to think of like, what is his plan? I think he's just going with the flow.
No, Doomsday Machine.
Ah, boo. All right. So they're fighting. They're trying to break times. I should say, like, I was thinking during this whole. I know breaking records gets you notoriety, and that's important. But it's such a boring achievement. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm like, why? Why do you care that you want more people to play this game? Unless
No.
you
Go ahead.
were the developer of Glory. I don't know why.
Well, we already discussed that. Like, breaking times is not going to attract new players to your game. I don't think.
Well, I mean, I guess they're trying to imply that this game is like a cultural phenomenon.
So it's
And-
so hype. Like, it's like Michael Jordan getting like a new high score or an even higher score, and then somebody
Yeah.
breaking his score.
Yeah, I guess so. But then that's not why people play basketball. But
Well, it attracts them to basketball. That's why they buy jerseys and stuff.
well, tournaments do. But
And there was the whole home run thing where that guy, I forgot his name, but he was gonna break some record, Remember, and he was like, "Oh, I'm not." This was way back in the '90s. Some guy
Oh.
broke some home run record.
Barry Bonds?
Oh, dude, I don't know. He was a white guy.
Oh, no, Mark
I
McGuire?
think it was Mark McGuire.
Yeah.
That kind of drummed up. That brought some attention to baseball.
I guess.
But that's like a feat of human strength and excellence. I mean,
What, do
beating
you
a.
not see how fast their fingers go on that keyboard?
What was that move? The Z what?
The Z shift?
Z shift maybe? I'm gonna learn that move. I'm typing at work. I'll be like, was that the Z shift? All right. So, yeah, beaten times. I don't know, but whatever.
Yeah, I don't. What does attract new players to an MMO?
Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't know. Well, the only
Why do you keep going back to World of Warcraft like a crackhead?
because I remember what it was like when I first played it, and I keep thinking that was fun. I would like to do that again. Then I pay them, and I'm like, oh, there's no magic here.
So you're just chasing a memory. You're just chasing the dragon, huh?
Yeah, that's why we all do it. Although Final Fantasy 14, I think a lot of people truly enjoy it because they're actually characters in a Final Fantasy game. It's just for
Really?
me that's hella boring.
It
But
is so goddamn boring.
no, I can appreciate why they like that game. And other games like the other ones that are popular like Black Desert and Blade of Soul, it's strictly competitive PvP. That's why people like them, I think. I don't know.
Okay,
But
we
yeah.
got to get to the best part of
No, you
7.
keep doing that, and I don't know what you mean when you do that.
Oh, when he.
You're like, time to get to the best part.
This was the best part. That's when things really start getting interesting.
All the, all right.
Plantago Seed.
Yeah, all right. So Plantago Seed shows up, but it's not really Plantago Seed. It's some guy who, and this was fucking confusing.
It was really confusing.
This guy, the actual guy that's playing Plantago Seed, he looks exactly like the guy who's playing Lord Grimm, except his hair is slightly brown. So we were watching this, and I'm just like, he was playing this guy whose name is Wang Ji.
Well, we call him cross-eyed because that's what.
Lord Grimm called him
Call him
cross-eyed.
cross-eyed.
I call him Wang Ji because I don't know. I'm gonna stick with that. But he's sitting at a computer playing and being attacked by Lord Grimm, and I'm like, why? We thought it was a flashback. It's like, why is Lord Grimm in the past fighting present Lord Grimm? This makes no fucking sense. So we had to watch more, and then it's like, oh, that's a different guy.
No. At first, I was telling Alvin, that guy holding the book is actually the real Plantago Seed, and somebody else is playing his character. And for the longest time, Alvin kept ignoring me. He's like, "Why is this happening? Why is this happening?" I'm like, "Grandpa, I'm trying to explain it to you. That's not really the original player of that character."
We're very close in age, actually. So I don't know where you
Well,
get
not
off.
mentally.
Well, yeah, all right, fine. You fucking get it right once in a while there. But
And the best thing is that Wang Zheji,
yeah.
he's from clan Tiny Herb, which is the best name ever.
I wish that. Go ahead.
We clan forever.
I wish there was more to their clan to build a stronger correlation between them and actual weed.
Did you not see that all that green they were wearing?
I
They
associate
smoke.
it more. No, they don't smoke. They're not even. If they were cool, I might be like, hey, this clan likes to fucking smoke. But they're not cool. They're just another bunch of jerks, just like every other clan.
Why do they have to be jerks?
'Cause that guy with the big nose. Although all right. So
Why
yeah,
else would you call yourself Tiny Herb if you don't smoke?
there's no weed in future China. All right, so
It's where their flower dollars.
well, we're so off track this episode. We should never do a review beforehand because I think it kills the spontaneity. Or maybe we will. I don't know. So like, all right, second half of this is like Wang Zheji sends some noobs to it. No, first he plays as Plantago Seed to like fuck with Lord Grimm and his crew, and then he sends some noobs from his clan.
Well, Lord Grimm like kicks his ass.
Does yeah he does.
Okay, and that's another thing. That's another problem I have with the game battles is that you don't see people die.
Yeah, that's true. They don't even when they have duels, they don't show like someone de-rezzing or I know think in one duel in like the first couple episodes they showed a life bar going down to zero. I think it was that manager chick. But
They
no.
don't show the actual death of the character, and to me that packs an emotional punch. I don't know if that's like a choice that the director makes in not showing that for some reason, but I don't know. I think there's something that's missing there when you don't show the character actually die. I mean, they don't actually die. They
Yeah.
re-res,
Well, what they do is like they'll show somebody doing like a kill shot, and then they'll go to the screen and it'll be like loser.
which I don't understand that.
Yeah, that
Just
is kind of disconnected.
yeah. So I know it's over now. There's no point, but yeah,
Yeah.
I really wish the director had showed the death.
Yeah, because he gets blown the fuck out and he drops his staff, and that's all we have to maybe that's all we have to imply that he loses. Maybe I feel like all these things that we talk about, well not all of them, but a lot of the things we talk about, maybe culturally there's like a subtlety that we don't subscribe to.
Yeah, I totally get that.
Where they're like, where everyone in China is like, oh, I know what that means, but we look at it and it's like, wait, what was that? What does that mean? So
Yeah, we're essentially just calling for more violence.
yeah, well, we're just saying like make it more plain to us, even though we don't speak Chinese or know anything about China, and it's like I don't know, we can't pick up any nuance, and that's why I think we're having a little bit of trouble.
I get the nuance. It's just it's not emotionally resonant.
To us as non-Chinese
Yeah,
people.
to me, it's not. For me personally, it's not.
Me personally, I love this cartoon. All right, all right. Tiny Herb. All right, so the magician sends two noobs. One's an asshole with a big nose, and another is kind of like a shy kid. Was he the water kid or a different
I
kid?
think he might have been the one, but they
No,
weren't.
he was a different kid because the water kid
Comes
bro-
up later.
brought the nice kid some water, and the nice kid was like, "Hey, thanks for the water, bro." And then the water kid brings water to the big nose, and he's like, "Water, fuck that shit."
Bring me some fire water next time.
Yeah,
But they weren't noobs. They're part of Weed Clan.
yeah. But yeah, all right. So yeah, they had
That was
no, they
cool.
weren't noobs, but I mean, in terms of the clan, like they were lower level clan members.
I don't know if they were lower level clan members, but I do know that Wang Zhiji he sends out a blood hunt
Yeah.
on Lord Grimm, which is actually really awesome. I like that. I would like for all the professional guilds to recognize who Lord Grimm really is and just like send waves and waves of attack at him, and the dude's just trying to like.
No, that's kind of a dick move.
It's a dick move, but it's funny. I love that.
Yeah.
That would be so cool. And then at the end they can all be friends and stuff. But
Yeah. Well, when I said they were noobs, I think. Hold on, I had a point.
well, they were.
I think they
created
actually
new characters.
No, I think they actually said while they were playing, like just because we're like low level people in the guild,
I see.
it's like why do we have to do this shit? So that's why I said they were noobs. But
Actually, why did Wang Jie sing? Why did he send the new players to go after
Lord Grimm.
Yeah.
But what else are you gonna do with noobs? Am I
Well,
gonna do something?
if he couldn't beat him, then why would he send them?
No.
Just to like
just to fuck with them, I guess.
or just to
Maybe
give him some exercise?
Maybe. But yeah, there was a line in there where the big nose guy was like, he's getting his ass beat by Lord Grimm is doing this shit where he's juggling the dude in the air and staying out of his line of sight so the dude can't counterattack. Which I do appreciate them actually giving a decent explanation of what was going on, so I could appreciate what Lord Grimm was doing.
Okay.
But that guy complains this character's so new, he doesn't have any skills. And I'm like, well, wait, are you saying that you, big nose guy, are using a noob character? Why are you attacking Lord Grimm with a noob character with no skills? I don't understand that. And I'm just assuming that somebody in the comments will tell me why I'm wrong or what I missed.
Yeah, because eventually at the end of 7, Wang Jie shut up.
I know.
He shows up with like his boss character,
Yeah. And a crew
Merlin,
behind him.
and a crew, and like his boys. He and his boys are like, You don't want no problems with me.
And he tells his crew, like, all right, your new assignment is to kick Lord Grimm's ass. Didn't he say that was they have to do that every day or something? Or
I don't know, but that's pretty awesome.
I do like that turn of events. It did add, it added a lot of spice to the show.
Yeah.
And
Smug Fox was just like, well, bring it on, bitch.
yeah. No, was he?
Huh?
Was he very smug about the fact that the magician was going to start attacking him with his whole clan? I forgot the expression on his face. Did it change?
I just assume that it's smug because it's always been smug. It's rarely not smug. So.
No. It wasn't smug when he was talking about ending his contract. Then he got serious when he was talking about his girlfriend and how he
Oh yeah, well, you know.
I did notice that. They like, well, that line that represents his mouth is is slightly different. Yeah. So next, if you were to ask me what the best part of this episode was, I would assume you would mean this is when people in a McDonald's boardroom are sitting there and they're like, "What a big cone! All right, we've got the slogan, but how do we sell it?" And then
Big Gun.
Johnny Two Guns or Johnny Big Guns comes on the screen. I guess it's natural for you to be in a board meeting trying to market your new ice cream and also have the TV on for some reason. And it's like, this guy's got a big ass gun. And it's like, there he is. There's the face of our new big ass cone.
I mean, was that intended to be sexual at all?
No, it wasn't sexual. I'm not thinking about it. He's selling cones.
Guns?
No.
And then he licks his cone?
No, I don't think he licked the cone.
Are they aware how Freudian that is?
I wasn't getting that at all. You've just got a gutter mind.
No, it's Freud.
This is future China. Everybody plays this video game, and they like McDonald's, and nobody's thinking about that. But
that was awesome.
I do like how.
You know what, Alvin, you got your wish. McDonald's showed up in a very conspicuous way.
If they're paying the bills, you got to show them some respect. But yeah, that I thought that was fucking funny. What else? Waffle cones.
You don't want no problems with me.
Can you buy waffle cones at McDonald's?
No, they don't have. We don't get waffle cones where we are.
I wonder if they have those at Chinese McDonald's. They must, right?
They have a completely different menu in different countries around the world. Not completely, but
yeah, I know.
We
invented the waffle cone.
So
why do they get the waffle cone and we don't have
get freaking waffle cones anywhere?
Don't argue with me. I'm saying, why would they have? That would be like us having what's some Chinese shit. Don't get racist now. What is something?
Why would you even ask me that, idiot?
What is a Chinese piece of food?
Oh.
Don't get racist.
Why are you saying that?
Because I'm just fucking with you. I'm sorry.
Dumbass.
Because I want to say fried rice, but that sounds so racist. That's like us having some Chinese food at our McDonald's and not having it over there. You get me?
No. You know what? Nobody's thinking about this as deeply as you are. Please cut
I think
this.
a lot of people... No, I'm not cutting it. And I think people appreciate my breakdown of the whole cone controversy.
I think you're having a breakdown.
I'm saying if you're going to... You know what? You know we deserve it.
Were you drinking again?
Yes.
How full is that Jameson?
You know, I'm probably wrong, and you could probably get waffle cones at certain McDonald's in America.
Why do you even care? When was the last time you even went to McDonald's?
A couple days ago.
You went to McDonald's a couple of days ago?
It's there.
Oh my God, gross.
Also, I thought you were going to say, why do you care? Because you have lactose intolerance, which would be a valid argument. I'd be like, you're right. That is a reason for me not to care. But no, it's the principle of the thing. McDonald's started here, and so did the waffle cone.
You know what? I'm pretty sure every country that has McDonald's wouldn't have a problem with McDonald's going back to the U.S. and never showing.
Oh, I guess they ain't going to get no cartoons then. All right. Anything else about these episodes?
You don't want no problems with me.
Guild names.
Just the other day, had to pick up all the mayo. Weed Clan.
They're not Weed Clan. All right. Tyrannical Ambition, Excellent Dynasty / Excellent Era, Blue Brook, Herb Garden, Tiny Herb. We probably missed it.
Herb. What's our guild name?
Johnny Fat Nuts. I don't know. You can't put me on the spot like that. I don't know. I wouldn't run a guild. That's too much work.
Drunk generation.
No. But yeah, I never know how to end these. But yeah, that was episode 6 and 7. Really good show. Really good show.
Really good show.
What was that? Was that
Show. A good show.
was that
Ed Sullivan.
Ed Sullivan? I was gonna say Johnny Carson, but I knew that wasn't him. All right, I'm gonna turn it off.
Watch Twin Peaks.
Yeah, Twin Peaks is awesome. You should watch. Don't watch this. Watch Twin Peaks.
Yeah,
No,
watch Twin Peaks.
watch them both. Watch them both. All right.